guys, this is Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And it's a little bit earlier than normal for a Thursday night live, but I really didn't have anything on the schedule for tonight for an actual live. I should do live, because I was thinking I would be out of town already tonight, but plans have changed. And so I thought, well, instead of scheduling a replay at 6 o'clock, I thought I'll go live now, which is closer to the real time. So what I have for you guys today is we're going to make a couple winter cards. They're the cards that I did at Winter Bingo last night. Hi, Tabitha. Hi, Sue Somerville. I have the two winter cards we did for bingo last night, and they're kind of easy. I am a little sad to say, hi Penny Powell, I am a little sad to say that some of the products that I'm using on these cards are indeed retired. Hi Leslie McMinn, hi Kathy Groves, hi Corinne. Some of the products are retired. So unfortunately, sad face, you can't get some of these anymore, but I'm sure that if you love them and you have something maybe similar, you could substitute. So hi Kimberly, hi Linda Hodge, hi Angela. Oh wait, let's see if you guys, I pulled up the video from last night and I was saying hi to everybody that was on that video. Wow. I'm like, that's a different shirt that I'm wearing. Hi, Sandy. There's Marsha, and Linda still is on. Hi, Bonnie Kelly, and there's Sarah. Wow, that was kind of crazy. So what happened is the little banner came up at the top of my screen, and I clicked on it, and it said that I was live. So it pulled up the video that I did last night. Oh, that was funny. Oh, man. Okay, so let me see if I got this right and make sure I'm not pausing. So there's Sherry Martin. All right, Julie Bierschbach is watching. Perfect. Okay. Kathy King, hi. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that was kind of funny. I don't think I've ever pulled up a wrong video and started saying hi to everybody from that other video. Oh, that was funny. Okay. Well, I hope you're having a great day, everybody. A long time no see. I feel like we were just here together last night, and I feel like we were together for Tuesday every day this week, it seems. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that, Cindy, and others that mentioned that they share Sherry, that I saw you shared it as well. I appreciate that, you guys. Hi, Cindy Runtree. We are really not as close as I thought we would be for the sharing contest. Hi, Jane. That's on my little note here. I wanted to go over with you guys that there's two deadlines coming. Not only is it the end of the year, but I had two contests going for the month of December. One of them is the Stampin' Bingo card that Kelly helped me create. Hi, Shirley. Making a card using one of your layouts. I love it. That's awesome, Linda. That's what they're there for, to inspire you. I actually designed a card for a swap, and I pulled a card from 2 years ago that I love the layout, and I just inserted different products and different colors. Hi, Kathy Miller. Hi, Linda Hall. Happy New Year's to you as well. So two different things that are coming to a close are the bingo board that Kelly helped design. So if you guys want to submit that, make sure you post your picture of your completed bingo board in the comments section on that post. And that post is tagged at the top of my Cards by Christine Facebook page. It's in the challenges. It's like an announcement at the top. So hi, Jolene. Hi, Doris. The other thing too is the liking of my Facebook page. We tried to roll in the new year with 2,500 likes, and I don't remember exactly where we started at, but I don't think we hit 25. I haven't looked for about 4 days. Hi, thanks for sharing, Shirley. What did Linda? From Christmas to masculine birthday card. Perfect. That's awesome. So the last time I looked, we hadn't quite hit 2,400. So I don't know if we're going to meet that goal. Hi, Sue. I said hi to Sue earlier in this video because she was in the other video. I feel like deja vu. So what we're going to do is I'll keep that contest going. So that post will stay out there. And once we do hit 2,500, I'll have Kelly go back and pull all the names of the people who said that they shared the the page and the me with their friends, and we'll still do the drawing for the half off mini embosser. I just don't think we'll be doing it in the first live in January. So, all right. So, but continue to like and share, you guys. I really appreciate it. And the other thing too is there is a difference between liking and following. And I know I have over 3,000 with the followers, but I base my statistics off of people who like my page, because when you like my page, then that's when your friends see that you like it. If you just follow a page, you're more like incognito, and it doesn't help with the sharing as much. So that's why I base it off of likes versus follows. All right, so that's bingo. The other thing too, just a reminder, there's a scavenger hunt that I'm doing. You can find my version of the scavenger hunt in my newsletter section on my website. And hi, Randy Schultz from Southwest Michigan. It's in the newsletter section of my Cards by Crispy website. You can print it off and then you can mail it to me. I love mail. You can mail it to me. You can email it to me. You could take a picture and send it to me in a text message. That works too. So that's the scavenger hunt. It's not due, though, you guys, until January 31st. So you've got lots of time on that. The other thing I wanted to remind you guys on about emails. So I do have an email database that I keep, and I send emails about all my classes and sales and announcements and things, reminders. And if you're not getting emails from me regularly, like I maybe send, depending on the week, I could send one every day. This last couple weeks, I've only sent maybe 2 or 3 a week. I don't even know if 2 a week because it's been the holidays. So it just depends on what's going on in my stamping world. So hi, Laura Sullivan, if you're not getting an email from me and you would like to be in my email group, please send me an email. And when I flip the camera down, there is no host code there. So the email is chrismbertram@msn.com. If somebody is watching, hi, Sandy Zidoon, hi, Kay Weir, hi, Feline Mays. If somebody's got their fastest fingers of the South ready, and you could type in the comments my email address, the chrismbertram@msn.com. That way, if there's anybody new watching, they'll see my email address. You guys, if you send me your email address, then I can add you to my email distribution group so that you see the emails versus watching things on Facebook. Feline is in cold and snowy Eastern Oregon. I was in Oregon, so I know it's Oregon and not Oregon. You can tell the tourists from the locals when you say Oregon. I know that one. We are sitting at 7 inches and counting. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a lot. We were supposed to get snow this week, and I think it didn't amount to much, maybe a couple inches, so we got lucky. So that's my little blurb about the emails, you guys. A couple things also. The Winter Creative Escape. I got one more person to sign up, so I am down to 2 spots. In case anybody is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or discount shopper on somebody's team or my team, doesn't matter, as long as you're with Stampin' Up! It's a demonstrator event that I'm hosting, and I have 2 spots left. You could do in person with me in the Hive, or you could do online as well. So, Sandy, I'm not gonna be able to write your address down or your email address, Sandy. Please send me an email to chrismbertram@msn.com. That way I can get the email, and when I'm sitting at my computer, I can go right to where I need to add you. Right now, I'm not gonna memorize that right now. So please email me. Hi, Chris. Okay, so Sandy, if you're watching, please send me an email. Okay, so Winter Creative Escape, 2 spots left, you guys. I will fill them, I know. So if you're on the fence, get off the fence. It hurts. And then I forgot to mention this in my January showcase last night, which is something else I wanted to mention, you guys. I did about a 30-minute video last night showcasing all the cards that are coming up for the month of January. So if you're interested in wanting to see the cards kind of up close and personal, I recommend watching that video. Then you can see what you like and what classes you want to take with me in January. Feline swaps are in the mail, slated to deliver on the 3rd, according to the post office, which is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd is Monday, isn't it? That's perfect. I'll be home. So hi, Tammy Steckling. So I will watch for them, Feline. Okay, so watch the showcase video from last night, and then the product shares and the Dsp Sampler. So you guys, we have a new catalog coming out. Woohoo! I think I can show the cover. I'm pretty sure I can. I can't show you what's inside. Hi, Ann Bellinger. So we have these 2 new catalogs, and I definitely tried to get them out to those people who needed them. They're my customers. If you're a demonstrator or a discount shopper, Stampin' Up! Should have sent catalogs to you directly from Stampin' Up! So if you are a customer who's purchased from me within the last 6 months to a year, I provide my catalogs free to my customers. If you are new to me and you haven't purchased from me before and you'd like a catalog, what I do is I do charge for them, and then what I do is I give you a credit. So it's like about $10 with shipping, and what I do is when you place your first order with me, then I give you a rebate of $10. So in essence, you're getting the catalogs for free if you're ordering from me. Hi, Susan Reed. So if anybody is needing catalogs yet, you please reach out to me. I can try to help them get them into your hands. I do have a few local people I need to reach out to yet to have you guys pick up your catalogs. So, but with the new catalog, there always is a DSP sampler. DSP means designer series paper, and I will show you guys what the DSP sampler looks like. I have mine made. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So it is awesome if you are a discount shopper who does classes with a few friends and likes to showcase, or if you're an avid stamper, and you do lots of classes, or if you are an avid crafter and you love coordination, and seeing what colors coordinate with the designer paper. So when I'm designing cards, I will have this next to me, and if I'm looking for a specific color or pattern, I can flip through this, and at a whim's notice, I don't have to open up the whole pack of paper, and I can see a sampling of all the designer paper. So depending on if, like this is 4x6 paper, I do 2x2 squares. And for the 12x12, I do like fingers. They are like long strips. And so these are all the sale-a-bration and the new mini catalog. This is what you call a DSP sampler. So it allows you to see all the different colors listed with their names, and then also strips or squares of all the colors. So this is all of the new designer paper. And this one, when there was so many colors, you guys, look at how many colors are coordinating with the Simply Marvelous paper. So we had to be a little creative with how we showcase this one, and the same with Sunshine and Rainbows. They were 6x6, or 6x6. So 2 sheets for this one, plus so many colors. So Sweet Talk, and then Symbols of Fortune, and then the specialty papers. And you guys, the silver foil, the brush metallic, and the craft carried over. So I included them in the specialty papers because you can still get them in the spring. So very cool. So this is what the DSP sampler is. Linda says she loves her samplers and uses it all the time. Awesome. Thanks, Chris Duderenki. So if you guys, this is $25 with the cash price. Or if you go online and pay for it with a credit card, I have it at $26 because there's $1 for the convenience fee. And the other thing is, if you, why is it? No, if you are a porch pickup, that's the price. So if you need it mailed, there is I put it in a priority padded envelope, and it's $9 for mailing. So yeah, so I only make a set amount. I made 24. I got one of them. It's done. I put mine together on Christmas Day while we were playing marbles. Seriously, my mom and dad and Tyler and Tom were all sitting around the table, and I was rolling the die as we were playing marbles, and I was gluing. And we played marbles for 2.5 hours, and by the time I was done with marbles, I was done putting my DSP sampler together. Talk about multitasker. Hi, Tina. And so I have these ready. If you are planning to participate in the Winter Creative Escape, you guys, this could go in with your box. So you wouldn't have to pay extra shipping. So you could pay the porch pickup price if you are participating in the Winter Creative Escape. So super awesome. Excuse me. The other thing too that I offer with every new catalog is a product share. So let's say you don't want to get all of the packs of paper or all of the rolls of ribbon or all of the packs of embellishments, but you would like to have a sampling of all of them. What I do is I put together a product share where you get a portion, like about 1/5 of a pack of embellishments, 1/5 of a roll of ribbon, or a 1/4 pack of the designer paper, but then you get one of everything, or you get every type of ribbon, and you get every embellishment, and every designer paper. So I did put different product shares together, so it's an a la carte option. You can either pick the paper, you could pick the ribbon, or you could pick the embellishments, or you could pick all 3, or a combination of 2. And if you're not local, there is a shipping charge. And if you are local, you could do a porch pickup. And they're relatively, they're reasonably priced. I think for every 6x6 of every piece of paper, it's like $35 or $7. I can't remember exact one. And also too, if you pay via my website, there is a convenience fee added, but if you pay with a cash option like Zelle, Facebook Pay, Venmo, Zelle, I might have said Zelle already, whatever, all those other electronic forms where it doesn't charge a fee, that saves you some money, so you can save a couple bucks. So yes. So product shares are out there, you guys. When you're looking for information on either of them, go to my calendar of events on my website, and the date is January 3rd and then January 4th. Each one of them is listed on one of those days. So, all right. With that being said, I don't know what time Tyler is leaving work, but I know he can work till at least 5, and I'm hopeful that we'll be done making our 2 winter cards when he's done with work, because you know what we have to do yet? We have to go to the grocery store and pick up all of our food and beverages for the weekend, and we still have to pack for the next 3 days. So yes, this one is the ultimate procrastinator. I think Tyler is worse. But my mom came into town today to help me. We put together 21 plus 36, like 60 cards today for swap cards. So she kept saying, do you want to do more? I'm like, Mom, I should really work on other things. Do you want to do more? I'm here. I can, my mom is so good at, she puts the glue. So it's like we're a machine. So she puts the glue and adhesive and hands me things while I assemble like a mad lady. So she was here she got here like around 10:30 because I was on a holiday today. And so she stayed till about 4. And so, yep, needless to say, I didn't get anything else really done off the list, but I got a lot of cards made today, which felt good too. Whew. So I do have 3 paper pumpkins back there too from December. In case anybody missed out on the December paper pumpkin, I have 3 left now. So, all right, are you guys ready to make a couple cards? Can those go into the winner escape box too? Yep, Linda. The product share will fit into the box. So I forgot to mention that. That is a very good question. So if you participate in the Winter Creative Escape and you purchase a product share, then I think Linda, when we did your calculations, we didn't charge you extra shipping for the sampler or the product share. So, but for anybody else that is interested in doing a product share and having their Winter Creative Escape box mailed to them, I will add it into there. It's no problem. I will either get a bigger box or I'll pack it really nicely so it fits. Hi, Karen Wetstein. So, hi, Arlene Peterson. Okay, so we're gonna do, oh wait, I have some cards to share with, hang on, I got Happy Mail. Okay, so this Happy Mail was left for me on my counter. This is that Timeless Tropical stamp set, so it's Happy Mail time, you guys. Get inspired with some of these beautiful cards, oh my goodness. So Gina Bulow, is a really, really good friend of mine, and she is a fabulous stamper. You guys, if you wonder where I get my stamping skills from, I didn't learn them. I shouldn't say that. I didn't have them naturally. I learned them and acquired them. And one of my mentors is Gina Bulow. She is exquisite stamper, and I just am in awe always of like how she makes her cards. And so this one is so pretty. I love how she accented the black, and she has a strip with black with white embossing. It says, our friendship is timeless. And then she added a few of the rhinestones, and these flowers are actually, she watercolors them with aqua painters, and then she embossed with white over the top, and she did the same with the leaves. So it's so pretty. So it's my birthday card from Gina and the Bulows, her whole family. Then she also left me, hi Diane, hi Gwen, hi Patricia. She also left me a Christmas card, and look how pretty. Same kind of setup, right? So you guys can see the thick border around the edge, and then a little border of a darker color, and then decorating it. And oh my gosh, like so pretty. Like I saw this and I just stared at them. I'm like, and I thought to myself, you know what I really thought? I thought, God, I wish I could stamp that good. We never, it's just how it goes. I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. And that dazzling diamonds paper from the sale-a-bration. This is the Peaceful Poppies little circly thing. So pretty, Gina. I love it. So that was my Christmas card from the Bulows. Julie Bierschbach, oh my gosh, your over-the-top card arrived today in a padded envelope. And I opened this up and I'm like, what is in here? And I saw this and it took my breath away. Oh, I just want to stare at this. I might just take this to bed with me. So Julie knows that I love silver and purple, and I have no idea, but she's got some awesome purple ribbon mixed with the silver mesh. Happy birthday is embossed in silver. She's got one of these little intricate leaves dies that stick, or is that from Nature's Harvest? I think it's the leaves dies. The background die here is from Expressions in Ink. This little guy she sponged with purple or blended brush, whatever, put a little color. And then it's embossed with the Tasteful Textiles embossing folder. I don't know if you can catch it. The bark embossing folder here, stitched rectangle on the side here. Oh my God, I love it. Julie, thank you for this beautiful card. And the inside is decorated to match. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this one is always going to be somewhere in the hive, like purple. Love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, this was also a beautiful purple card from Deanna Stell. Look at this one. Balloons make the day so much better. So she had to confess. And Deanna, I hope you're not upset that I'm going to read this, but this is why you guys swap, right? Because it's like you get cards and then you can use them. And she wrote here that she received this in a swap card, but she said it was the perfect card for me because she knows me too. I love my purple. And I just, it's so beautiful. Thank you for the card, Deanne. I saw the D and the N and I went right to Diane. I know it's Deanne. Deanne, and I'm so excited that you're going to be staying with my parents for the escape. That's so exciting. Okay, this one is from Brenda Little. You guys are going to be like so purpled out. I have no idea, Brenda, where you got this shimmery background, but it's so cool. She used a stitched rectangle to cut it out. I don't think it's Stampin' Up! Because I would remember this if we had that, but it's kind of glossy. Little purple balloon with the squirrel. I'm trying to remember the name of that set, but I'm drawing a blank. That paper is from Sale-a-Bration, stitched rectangle here. Oh yeah, so very pretty, you guys. Oh my gosh, look at all these purple cards. I just gotta share them all. Okay, this one came from Chris Dudarenki. Another purplicious card. She used the Blessings of Home flower with some of, I believe this is the Hello Friendly designer paper. She used some elegant faceted gems. And you guys, it's that spanner bridge card. Look at this. So she's got the window sheet there, and then this one flips up, and hope you have the best birthday. And that's also the Hello Friendly paper. So another purplicious card, Chris. Oh my gosh, you guys. Can you tell I'm excited? And then last but certainly not least, another purple card from Anna Revenue. And you guys, it says, Hippo birthday, you're awesome. And it's got a purple hippo and a purple butterfly. And even on the inside, she's got a purple unicorn for me. So I love it. Oh, these guys. If I'm not mistaken, that was from the Dandy Garden Memories and More pack from last year, or earlier this year. I mean, we're still in 2021. Oh my gosh, you guys. Deanne and Julie and Chris and Brenda and Anna and Gina. Oh my gosh. You guys like put me over just ecstatic with all these cards. So pretty. So, all right, that's what I've gotten in the last few days. So, really good cards, right? Like, holy Moses, blew me away. It makes me feel like I gotta step up my A game, right? So, okay. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make a couple quick cards. I think they're quick. I do have a couple kits left, you guys. I did make 8 sets of these cards and we only used 4 in bingo. So I do have 4. So if you're watching me make these and you're like, oh, I'd like to get some kits, connect with me and we'll figure out what works easiest and best. And then after I make the 2 cards, I do have 7 cards that I had the ability to find some time after my mom left to do some drawings for that. And then I think that might kind of be it. So just a reminder too, before I get into these cards, because I know I always forget once I get done making cards, I go into I'm like drawing mode and then done. So let me flip down, you guys. This is, you guys, I always say, don't ever feel bad about forgetting anything, right? So Gail Kane was here last night and she had to tell me the story that 5 of her Christmas cards didn't go out because they got missed. And she was mortified or horrified or just felt horrible that one of the cards was my Christmas card. And I'm like, Gail, well, why didn't you just bring it to class tonight? She's like, because I felt so bad. I didn't want you to be mad. I'm like, I'm never mad. Why get mad about something like that? Just give me your card. I want to see it. Because she said she spent extra time making it. I'm like, well, just better late than never, you guys. You know, that's always what they say. So don't ever feel horrified or more whatever. Just get it out in the mail. Better late than never. You know, it's like you get more happy mail later on, right? So don't ever feel bad. So Kathy, you can still send me a card. I'd still be happy to receive it. So you guys, this is the class that's coming up next Thursday. So a week from tonight. Hi, Luann Johnson. Hi, Stacy Warner. So Stacy, I did get your check in the mailbox, just FYI, in case you're wondering. I forgot to tell you that or message you that. So this class is next week. It's the sale-a-bration card class in conjunction with the catalog launch party. So you guys, I have maybe like a dozen sets left. So in case anybody wants to get it free with an order, just make sure you're at the minimum amount for an order. And then this one's a little bit of a fun fold. Opens like this. And hi, Heather Brenner. Hi, Debbie Schultz. Heather, I don't know if I told you, but your order is hanging underneath the counter in the mudroom. Hi, Nicole, from the club class. And this little guy, the otter, he pops up. I need to color my birthday hat yet, but so this one, you guys, I still have plenty available right now. I'd get them in the mail probably for you on Monday. I'm at this point. So what are we going to be making tonight? We're going to be doing these two. I disclosed yesterday that these were actually cased. Actually, this one was cased from Pamela Leahy. She actually, oh, I should show you guys. I should show you what she made. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. So I definitely cased the outside. I did not case the inside. So for the Summer Creative Escape, Pamela took first place in the swap group for this one. Holy Moses. Okay, so you guys, I didn't go crazy with my kit here, but I will show you. This is Pamela's. She completely stellaed the heck out of, I don't know if you can see that glistening. She stellaed the entire front of the card. Okay, and then when you open this up, are you guys ready for it? Like 3, 2, 1. Boom. Wow. Okay, let's see here if I get the light on it so you can see. That's that peaceful place. So she took first place in the fun fold. She used the Peaceful Place designer paper, which is gone now. She has all these red rhinestones in there. So she just made this completely awesome and amazing card. I don't have any of the measurements, you guys. I'm just showing it to you to make your mouths drop a little bit because it's like, wow. But definitely case the outside of the card to make the bingo card. So, oh, you're welcome, Heather. So let's get this. I won't do that. So yes, that is an awesome card. So for tonight, what we're going to do is we've got the belly band, but we open up and you guys, there is really an inside. It's not just an empty blank card, but yes, there is an inside here. And so we're going to do that one. And you guys, there's no stamping on the outside. It's just a little stamping on the inside. This one I cased from a fellow demonstrator. I can't remember who it was. I could go look on the board, but again, I didn't change much. It's like, I was like, I'm going to keep it a little bit simple for bingo. And we got a little stamping on the inside. And we've got the Welcoming Woods. Now, we talked about some of the things. The paper here is retired. Welcoming Woods is retired. This gift giving is retired. So, you know, I am designing, or I am making cards with you tonight where you can't get the products. I do apologize for that, you guys. But, you know, you could also put other trees on here or something else on the tag. So, which one do we want to do first? Let's do the easier one. The one that requires a little stamping, actually. So let's look at what we got in our kit here. So it's just a basic gray. So both colors have the same color pattern. They're basic gray with basic white. And this one's a gatefold though. So it's basically scored at 2 1/8 from each side. And when I bone fold them, I make sure that my seam meets really nicely in the middle and it's not overlapping or short. And then as I'm holding that, that's when I burnish that one. Okay, so the inside, okay, so we got some red rhinestones. Now this die right here, that comes from this, oh, well, it's the Time of Giving bundle, which I think is gone, but that's where the dies come from. There were like 4 like this, that one had snowflakes, one had deer, and some had other ones. So we are gonna use that one for our inside, but that's where this die came from. So we can get a little bit glue happy because all we're gonna do is flip those. Oh man, where's my liquid glue? I wonder if I stole it and did something else, but luckily I have one right behind me. And there's nothing like opening up a brand new glue. You're very welcome, Diane. I love sharing cards with you guys. It's fun to see new ideas and different layouts and get inspired. Hi, D. Serena. Okay, so I'm gonna find the back side of this and just add a little glue, top, bottom, and sides. You guys, I don't get, like, I'm not one that glues absolutely every surface area. I pick and choose. Like, I might even just do little dots in the middle of these snowflakes and call it good. And I like to, as long as I got my glue open, which side do I want down? Let's do the darker side up. So as long as I have my glue open, I try to glue, you know, prep a few pieces. If I got my mom next to me, she's like, glue, 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 happy. All right, so then this one, these are just panels. So each panel is 5.5, you know, this is 5.5 by 2 1/8. And so the white that's behind is 5 1/4 by 1 7/8 inch. And then the designer paper then is slightly smaller, like 3/16 smaller on two sides. Okay, so we can flip these over. Oh, I was like, where's my glue? Right in front of my face. Okay, so a little glue here and here, little there. Come on. Okay, so one of the things that you can pay attention to when you cut your paper is if there's a pattern. So on this one, our intention was to have the pattern up and down like this so that it looked like snow falling. Whereas if you cut it the other way, now when you get to the end of a piece of designer paper, you might be forced to have your design going that way if you want to use that last little piece on the end. So, all right, so now let's look at the belly band. So when it comes to a belly band, this is actually 11 inches, I believe the paper is. You don't need it that long. So generally when I'm doing belly bands, I keep them to about maybe like 9 3/4. Look at this old ruler here. 9 3/4. So that would be somewhere like, I'm gonna do it on this side though. Like 9 3/4. So I cut it like right about there. Doesn't matter, you're not gonna see that seam anyways. The thing with a belly band, hi Hildenel, with the belly band is, I think way back long ago, I used to put my seam in the back, but I don't want to see the seam. So I generally always wrap it around this way. So there's a fold on this one, but there's no fold on the other side. And I think, see some, I'm gonna do that way. And then what happens is you kind of just wrap the other side around it. And you can kind of pinch that. Now the thing is, you don't want your belly band too tight, because if it's too tight, you're not gonna be able to get it on and off your card. But you want it snug enough that it doesn't just fall down, right? So when you figure out where that is, then when you guys get belly bands from me, I do score them and fold them so they can fit in your envelope. But you never, ever, ever, ever want to, if the top you're wearing matches the color of the card with the belly band you are making, did you plan that? Nope. Oh, I just grabbed a clean shirt off the top because I'm like, I can't wear the same thing I was wearing last night. Yeah, true story. So you never want to glue your belly band like this, right? Because then you might glue it too tight. So I always glue the belly band around the card so that you can kind of finagle it. And I like to use a little liquid glue or tear and tape. I would never use a tape runner when I'm doing something like this. It generally falls apart for me, so I don't like my cards to fall apart. So that's why I always use a permanent adhesive. So by positioning it around the card and then securing it, it won't be too tight or too snug. So now you've got a little ribbon. So the ribbon, I would use some tear and tape, and it's thin red. So this red is from the annual catalog, I believe. It's the double stitched, and you only need enough to make it around. So again, because your belly band seam is in the front, you want the ribbon seam to be in the front versus the back. So just kind of get that centered and then wrap this around, and you're gonna have it meet right in the middle with the tear and tape. Let's see, ribbon scissors. Oh, I put a cap on it. Okay, and then I don't like it just leaving it like that because I want it to be a little bit more secure. Hi, Roxanne. So I will put another piece of tear and tape right over the top of that. Now the ribbon is not going anywhere, and this will go on next. And I think what I'm gonna do, I always have a hard time, I would try to figure out, well, I going to use dimensionals to put this on, or am I going to use tear and tape? It's always up to you guys. Adhesive is your choice. Just because I pop something up doesn't mean you need to. And if I didn't and you want to, you can. But if you want to now, you could maybe add a little more tear and tape and put this flat on here. But I do like to pop things up. That is what I like to do. And I did take the tear and tape off because if you put a dimensional on the top of the waxy part of the tear and tape, it will not stick to the waxy part. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put some dimensional down. And look at me getting to the end of my sheet here. I'm going to cut a couple more of these. And I'm going to have it so that it's hitting the paper as well as hitting the ribbon part. Okay, so, and I'm going to do, oh, that's really stuck on there. Stuck on Band-Aid brand, and Band-Aid is stuck on you. Right? You guys remember that jingle? Okay, so let's put these. And I'm only going out as no wider than what my little guy here is. So lots of dimensionals here. Hi, Donna. Okay, so now what I do is I try to make sure my belly band is right in the center, because it's up too high or down too low, it's not going to go so good. So you're loving the red ribbon. It looks awesome with the DSP. The cabo is such a, yes, it is. No longer available. You are correct, Kathy Jackson. This paper has been retired for at least 3 weeks now. It was so breathtaking and so pretty. And I actually did this. I gave people the option last night in class that they could use the Highland Heather ribbon instead. So I made sure my belly band is centered, and now this is where I want to try to center this in my card as much as possible. Something like that. Okay, now you can take it on and take it off. Okay, so I will grab it. It's on the table over there. I made it with purple, and in class last night people could pick purple or red. So we have, where are my rhinestone cowboys? Hi, Barb Myers. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my pick tool and we're gonna throw a few of these guys on. I'm gonna do a combination of the small ones and the medium ones. Oh, maybe a big one might be good. Let's do a big one right there. Okay, and then there and a mediano. Okay, so we had 5 of those. It was perfect. There were 5 snowflakes. Stampin' Up! Must know that that rule of quantities of odd numbers is what is good for us. Be like floral arrangements. So they put 5 snowflakes. So now, oh, of course I did. You guys laugh. I meant to put red ones on. Okay, it's okay. This is what happens when you do something like that. You can take them and pick them up, because you guys, when you do red, it's so much more exquisite. So this is what I do when I accidentally put the wrong rhinestones on, you guys. It's really okay. It's not life and death. They won't be mad at you. They might not stick any longer, but that's okay. We can always add, hi Brenda Little, can always add more glue to the back of them if you want. But okay, now you guys saw what that looked like with oh, I can use these on the next card actually. So let's just get them. I'm gonna just be casually setting them right there. Okay, I wanted to use red because now you saw this is a girl can change her mind, right? So I'm gonna put red. I told that to Tyler the other night. I'm like, women can change their mind as much as they want to. Because he's like, well, didn't you say you were gonna do it? I'm like, it doesn't matter. I changed my mind. Okay, so now you guys can see the red is so pretty. I use the clear ones with the purple ribbon. Okay, there you go. Okay, so the red ones just really bring out the red ribbon. Okay, red, red, red. Okay, so let's grab our basic gray ink. I got a little bit of a lot of going on right here. And our white piece here. Let's grab a little scrapperoni for the back here so that my ink doesn't go over. And the stamp I'm using is the little snowflake dude from the Time of Giving. It's gonna go in the top corner right there. And then one in the bottom. Boom. Okay. Stamp off, and then we'll shut this for the moment, and we will adhere that on the inside. So then this card could be for anything. I know that the red can kind of make it look a little Christmassy, but doesn't mean it's Christmassy. This could be very wintry. And especially if you use the purple ribbon, you could put happy birthday, you could put thinking of you, you could put thank you, you could put whatever you want. So that's it. All right, so I'm gonna go grab the purple card, because if I don't grab the purple card right now, my mind will forget to do to grab the purple card for you guys, because that's how I forget so easily. You guys think I remember a lot of stuff and I am very organized, but I tell you, if I don't write things down, I will forget things right away. So give me one moment in time so I can grab that. Here is the purple one. You guys know I love my purple and my silver. So purple is the Highland Heather ribbon, and then I used clear and rhinestones on that one. So people have the choice. All right, very, very cool. Thanks, Hildenell. Thanks, Brenda. Okay, so we got a hot mess of diamonds over here, so I'm not gonna touch them. We got this guy for a drawing for next time. And we're going to rock and roll with this next one. Cold Hands, Warm Heart. And I feel like chicken tonight. No, I'm just kidding. No idea. Probably ham. Had ham for lunch again. And we'll probably have ham for supper. So I don't know what I was going to say, but I made myself laugh and I lost my train of thought. So I was like, I just want to get this put away is what I was thinking. So, all right. So that one's done. The next one is using Welcoming Woods, is where that wood set comes from, retired. The Snow Buddy Better, that is where the Cold Hands, Warm Heart comes from. Thanks for sharing, Sue Thomas. I appreciate it. So that's where the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts comes from. Thank you to Carissa. She lent me the set. So because I was like, I wasn't going to buy it. And it's like, but the sentiment is awesome. So that's just it. Like the sentiments are very nice. And if the snow dudes don't get you going, then the sentiments might. That one even looks like he's got a cheese hat on, but he doesn't. I know better. So, all right. We got the gray going again. So basic gray with the white. Again, that Peaceful Place paper, some silver foil, which is carrying over. The tailor-made tags is what was used to cut the tags out, and this one is also embossed with that, oh, there you can see it, the Tasteful Textiles embossing folder. There's like a certain angle I can get it, you guys can see it. A little bit of the organdy glittered ribbon, which is also carrying over. There is one other thing, this little bit of white that gets it, you actually rip it, and then, so I don't know why, I always take my middle finger to do it, and then you just go, and I use my nail as a guide, and you just tear it off so you get that worn, ripped look. That's that. We have an inside piece, and our base is your traditional 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Thanks, Gwen. Hi, Judy Bobo. Hi, Marsha. Oh, hi, Marsha, you've been on. Sorry, I said beautiful card. All right. What do we want to do first? So this is a photopolymer stamp. So I do want to use Cold Upper Michigan. Yes, Judy, I got your package in the mail today. Your sale-a-bration card class and your Stella pen. So you should be getting that relatively soon. Let's see here. We'll grab another scrap and let's get our stamping done. So we're going to use basic gray again. And our tag. Oh, is that going to be big enough? I might have to grab a bigger piece of paper. Let's see what I can find. Let's see here. This is bigger. Okay, the stamp is pretty big. I try not to get ink on the foam mat, but if I do, I do. Now the stamp is pretty big, so what I generally will do is ink it upside down, so like this, because I can control, you're very welcome, Judy. I can control this ink pad better than I can the block. And then I put my tag here, and you're just gonna stamp this. I'm gonna have it so the branches go off the top of the label, because you don't see the bottom anyways. And then make sure with this, if you guys have this Welcoming Wood stamp, you wanna make sure you press it really good so that all the ink transfers. And it did, very nice, very nice. And then we do have some snowflakes are inside. So you could do snowflakes up the side like that, which is kind of cool. But you could also do your snowflakes across the top, which is also kind of cool. Now, did you just see what happened there? I'm going to show you guys something. So when I stamped at first strength here, part of my snowflake was off the edge. And so when I went at second strength, that's why that snowflake is like a two-tone snowflake, because the part that was over the edge didn't really release its ink onto paper, so it was still on the stamp. So the same thing happened over on the side here. That one little snowflake leg is a little bit darker than the rest. And that happens if you do exactly what I just did. So if you don't want that to happen, what you need to do is do your second strength off the paper, okay? And do full strength there, second strength off the paper. If you do your first strength on and off and then go right to it, it's gonna give you the two-tone stamping. I guess that's what you'll call it. Okay, so you gotta stamp off to not get that. And then the last thing is the sentiment, which is right here. It says, cold hands, warm hearts, and because it's red rubber, I am not going to use the piercing mat, but I am going to practice. The edge, oh man, that's really straight. Okay, so I'm going for it. And hi, hey Tabitha Ann. All right, Tabitha, girl, you still have your game night, rainbows and happiness, sunshine, stamp bundle on the counter. You should come and pick it up sometime. I know that it's been really busy with the holidays, but just so you know, it is on the counter for you. Wonder if you could stamp the tree on the edge of the inside paper. You sure can. You definitely can. And that's there. I'm gonna grab a sponge dauber and use the dauber to add a little ink to my ripped edge here so that you'll be able to see that on the tag here. But yeah, so Judy, you were asking about this tree. Yes, you definitely could. So like that could go along the edge here. And if I do that, I just don't like that the tops of the trees are cut off and they look like stumps. So I was like, oh, I thought about doing that, but then I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. So, but yes, any other tree that's not cut off like that, you definitely could. I just was liking it better that way. The tree does look nice on the edge of your scrap paper. Yeah. Yeah, so if that was there though, I feel like, and I don't know if you're getting what I'm thinking is like it stops. So like it just, somebody took it and like it got macheted right off. Okay, so this little guy here, I'm gonna popper that up with some dimensionals. I think we're done with the ink. I always like to close up the ink as soon as possible. Dimensionals right in front of my face. Did you guys see what I just did? I was looking for them and they were sitting right there. You guys know that I'm not alone. Others do that too. Okay, so this little guy, I'll take those off. You know what? I have the garbage sitting right next to me. Put it right there. Then this goes right over the top. So I actually die cut these at the same time. I cut a small piece and then a big piece out of my trimmers, and then I die cut them at the same time. And then what happens is these two, you can hold them together. Now to do this kind of a loop-de-loop thing up here, I always fold the ribbon in half so you have the bend, and then the bend goes top down. So push that through that little hole, and then you now have the loop in the back. Gotta spread it, and then put your tails between it. Yup, I said that. And then now what happens is you don't want to just pull this. It's not going to work so good to pull it. So you kind of got to gently guide it little by little, pulling at that front area as you tug it. If you pull too hard, you might rip it. So I don't like to rip it. That has happened before. So I gently massage it through till I get it where I want it. And now you've got these two tags. Okay. That's what I need. Okay, so this gets glued. Okay, let's see here. Let's get this glued in the inside of the card, which was that side. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna show you guys what I would do with the foil in a second, because foil is very glossy and the glue doesn't bond, like liquid glue doesn't bond. No, that is underneath. I was like, did that sneak in there? Okay, so there's our inside. Now for this, generally I would use liquid glue, but that's not gonna dry very fast. So I am going to grab my tear-in tape and use tear-in tape. So tear-in tape, you just, the only thing is, you guys, you gotta get it straight right away. If you don't get it straight, you're gonna suffer and the struggle will be real. So what I would do, now that's the side that's going under the paper. I hold the top and I notice there's a little bit of paper hang there. So I would hold the top about how, oh, wrong side, hang on. Oh, it doesn't matter actually, because I can flip it the other way. So I'm gonna hold it so my top is flush, get it where I want it, and then I'm just going to drop the paper so it's lined up. I'm just eyeballing it, and then it's secure. Now that is going on this side, and so now we can glue this onto the front of our card. So let's flip that over. Ooh, there's our buffalo plaid, very nice. Okay, and then what I like to do is have it flush at the top, because when somebody's holding the card, well, and actually the silver foil is a little bit not as long as the designer paper, which is quite all right. So I'm gonna make sure that nice and flush on this side, and then I can always use my scissors and trim any bit that's hanging over the edge. So I use the paper as a guide, like the cardstock, and then this side too. If there's anything, trim it right off, and now you've got your front. Oh, if you wanted to, you could have stamped some snowflakes back here. Oh, I think we might do that. Hang on, let's see what that'll look like. I would definitely not do them in full strength. I would stamp off. So let's see what happens. So right here, you guys can see there's no snowflakes back there. It's kind of barren. And then we're gonna do, I'm gonna do second strength, third strength, and I'm gonna do it underneath where the tag is so that I can see what it looks like. Okay, so third strength did nothing. Second strength did a little something. So we're gonna do second strength, a little second. Third strength was you could not even see it, and I think first strength would be too dark. So let's see where our tag's gonna go. Oh, we gotta do a little bit more, because it looks like you can notice that there is none there. Okay, can you guys see the snowflakes back there? Adds a little bit of something. I'm gonna do one more right there. Okay. Hi, Peggy. Okay, I think that's it for this. What we can do now is add our tag. And so this tag is secure. And so what I might do is, I'm trying to use up this sheet of dimensionals. Of course, that's what I like to do. I'm gonna put a couple of those back here. Kind of, you guys, this is hard for me. I know I like my things up and down and straight and left and right. So we are going to put a crooked tag on here. It's okay. We can do it. So a little liquid glue back there. And now put that wherever you think it needs to go on the front of your card. And you guys, it's just bothering me. I gotta cut that off and throw it away. Oh, you guys, somebody else is like me. I know that I'm not the only one that wants to do stuff like that. So diamonds, you guys, I had a whole bunch that I just took off, and I gotta use those up. So let's see if I can find that one right here. So we're gonna put a little guy right there. I know there was another one that's upside down in here somewhere. I know it. Oh, that one's loosey-goosey, so we'll put that one. Where do we want to? So you can see there's 5 on there, and that's good. We're going to put one there. Hi, Mary Jo. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. Yes, we are almost done making our card. Oh, there's an upside-down guy. We got to find him. We had a hot mess with the diamonds earlier, and we're fixing our issues here. So we're going to put one there, and let's see here. I think that might be, there's a random one there we'll grab. That one will look better with here. So one up here. And then I think we need one more. Una más, por favor. And I don't know. Where do they need to go? We're gonna move that one over here, I think. Okay. So simple, but so easy and elegant looking, you guys. It's all about the designer series paper. Hi, Carol Carbino. If you have beautiful paper, use it, love it, chop it, right? That's what we say. So I think I didn't forget anything. I think that turned, oh, I did. I forgot to trim my ribbon tails. So when I have two tails at the top, I trim the one in the front a little shorter, and then I trim the one in the back a little bit longer, just so you can see them. And so now we have it finished. And let's see where the other card went. I think it's right here. Nope, that's not it. Oh, I put it back here. So these are what we just made, Jean, in case you're wondering what we did. Oh, thanks, Marlene. I appreciate that. Thanks, Tammy. So we got some beautiful winter cards. Definitely love the grays in the wintertime. So I didn't see any questions that I missed. If I missed anything, let me know, you guys. I always love to help as much as I can. And hopefully this was a little bit of a surprise for you guys, since I didn't have anything on the calendar for tonight. Hopefully I got you guys a little bit of inspiration and a little card making fix done before the holidays. I'm curious, what are you guys doing for New Year's? Are you guys going to be stamping? Are you going to be making cards? Are you going to be working on anything crafting related? Cooking? I did get a thing from Connie Scott today, like a little thing about New Year's. And I should read it really quick. You guys will get a kick out of this. I read it to my mom and she just rolled her eyes. Of course. So it was a little picture that Connie sent. And it has something to say about don't do laundry on New Year's Day. Or a member of the family will be washed away during the coming year. Doing laundry on New Year's Day will wash away a year of good fortune down the drain. So don't do any laundry, you guys. So I will not be doing any laundry on New Year's Day. And it said to also eat your leafy greens on New Year's. Tradition says that the more leafy greens a person eats, the more prosperity he or she will experience. Oh, what an incentive for staying healthy. Tradition also says that legumes bring prosperity because beans and peas look like coins. No wonder why so many people eat black-eyed peas on January 1st. So, and I think that's what I've got to share with you. So, and also talks about New Year's resolutions. So, about like getting organized and spending less and saving money and being fit and healthy and blah, 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 blah. Like we all, you guys, my New Year's resolution last year was to work out more. And you know, I did the whole push-up thing from like, I think 4 months. I made it. I think I made it till sometime in April. And then you guys probably noticed I stopped talking about it. So, but yes, every year, lentils in your family. Awesome, Linda. Yes, if you guys, anybody came in, so Colleen says she came in late. Yeah, if you guys ever come in late and you can catch me live for the first part, you are always, as soon as I hit the end button, within a minute, the replay is there for you guys to watch. And then I always upload it to YouTube within like a couple days. So, all right. So there's a little bit for your New Year's advice, I guess. So, all right. Oh man, Hoppin' John is as a good meal. Hoppin' John is a good meal. Might try to make that. Good, Judy. That would be awesome. I've never heard of a Hoppin' John. So, Feline says she will be crafting and watching the Harry Potter marathon on HBO. I did do a Harry Potter marathon back about, what was it, 2014 or 15. I read every book. And then I watched every movie. So read a book, watched a movie, read a book, watched a movie. I did it all in 6 months. And I was Harry Pottered out by the time I was done. And I'm like, oh. So, and I guess there's more to watch with him now. Or the series or the movie. So, oh yes. So I am not going to be doing much stamping. My mom helped me get caught up on my cards today. And I do have coloring that I'm going to be bringing along. So not really assembly, but I have some ladies or like a little... The butterfly girl to color. I've got some otters to get colored, and I've got something else to color. Something from the daffodils. So yes, I've got some coloring to do. That's what I'm gonna try to get done crafting. And then come next week though, holy Moses, we'll be right back at it with creating and crafting more. So, okay. I did not forget. I do have some cards to give away. I was cleaning stamps, you guys. So I have some cards to give away. So I will flip or still skin the camera down. And I have the December monthly class that was from, I believe, the 16th. And I have the Merry Snowflakes. Oh my gosh, December 9th. So, all right. And I think we did the mystery card drawing last night. So there were 2 names that were picked for that. And now that I have these winners, I'll do the post for tomorrow morning that shares the names. If you guys know any of these people that I don't, especially if I don't know them, please let them know, because if I don't have addresses, I can't send things to people. So Marsha loves the otters. Lots of people are loving the otters, you guys. So they are not fun to color though. They are very tedious to color because you got to get them just right. So, okay, I'm going to flip the camera down and we'll do drum roll. Okay, lots of shininess going on here, so we got to move that. So, all right, this is from the monthly class from December. Drum roll. Hi, Janet Flanagan. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Donna Hale. Now, I do have your address, Donna, so I know where to send this card to. I love it. It was my little shaker card that I did. Shaker tag. Using those tailored tag dies, you guys. This one goes to, oh, Janet Wright. You are the lucky winner, Janet, of this card. Janet, I have your address too. I will get that one out to you. This one goes to a Barb Baylor. Now, Barb, you are new to me. It's Beylor, Barb Baylor. I need your address to send this card. And now these are from the Merry Snowflakes Sweet Bundle class that I did on the 9th. Okay, drum roll. We have Vicky Fritz. Your name was drawn for this card. And my favorite purple and silver goes to Cindy Sitz. I think it's S-I-T-Z. So Cindy, I don't have your address, so I would need yours. And this one is oh so pretty. I love it. Brenda Wood from Michigan. Woohoo, Brenda, that one's going to your home. And then last but certainly not least is Veronica Sanchez Meyer, M-E-Y-E-R. So Veronica, I don't have your address. So I need to get that from you if I can send that card. I don't know. Did I miss anything? So you guys, I think that I had a list when I started. So I feel like I went through everything. Yeah, so I don't get these cards in the mail this week. I promise you they won't go in the mail this week, because I will, for those that I have addresses, those will go in the mail next week. I'll get them off. So congratulations to all those winners. You guys, thanks for your support throughout the year. And before the year, like just always in general, like you guys, I love to do what I do, and I couldn't do this without you guys having your support. So, Sarah Simon is watching. Hi, Sarah. You know, it's been a blast. The whole online thing has just exploded for me, I think. You guys probably have noticed if I started doing my lives on March 23rd of 2020. So it'll be 2 years this coming March. And I feel like more so ever than ever, in a good way, like a chicken with my head cut off. Like that's how I can relate it to. There's so much going on, and the new year is going to bring some changes with my job. And so that will hopefully have, allow me to have more time to not be like a chicken with my head cut off. And don't get me wrong. It's a good busy. I wouldn't have it any other way, but it has allowed me to take steps to, build this beautiful edition and share it with you guys, and share my designing and creativity and inspiration with you guys. Because it's just like stamping for me is therapy. I tease people that like I don't have to pay a therapist. I have stamping because I can sit upstairs and stamp for hours on end, or be with people on hours on end, and just like the worries of the world kind of go away for that time period. And I feel good because I created something, and that's something I can share with others, and I bring joy and creativity and happiness and fun, F-U-N-N, to others. So that's what it's about for me, and you guys help me to do that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody that has helped me and supported me for the last however many years, especially my mom of all people. Like she's a blessing in my life to have her support and her help. So, and there's so many, I can't even name everybody else, but you guys, there's a lot of a lot. What is it? There's a lot of. It takes a village to raise an army. It takes an army to raise a village. I don't know what that saying is, but it's like there's a lot of people that go into making this all happen, and I couldn't do it without them. So from the kitting and the designing, I mean, even helping designing, and then the cutting and embossing and die cutting and the planning and strategizing, and Kelly is very like right by my side for all of the marketing side, you guys. And so it's a labor of love is what I say. So, and I'm reflecting on this at the end of the new year, because I don't think you guys will see me live. Sonia, happy New Year's from Wisconsin to Australia. And because I probably won't be popping on until sometime next week, and I actually don't have a live plan with you guys. Probably maybe Tuesday will be a live again. I've been doing the Tuesdays live. So I just want you guys to have a great New Year's weekend. Celebrate, reflect on what you've done this past year, and think about what you want to accomplish for next year. And set your mind to some goals, and think about like how you can make a difference and bring positivity and joy to those around you, because that's what it's all about. There's so much of that other negativity that you can get caught up in, and I'm a firm believer in staying positive as much as you can, because when you breed positivity and happiness, you will attract people like that. And that's what you want to surround yourself with, and keep those people close at hand. So we have a great community, and I'm so happy and thankful that you guys are all with me on this amazing journey. So the stamping journey of life. Thank you, Gwen. Happy New Year to everybody, and lots of sunshine and love and hugs and peace to all of you. Stay healthy, stay sassy, stay creative, stay everything, and just stay positive, you guys. That's what I ask. So, all right, lots of love to you guys. I don't want to say goodbye, but I'm going to. So we'll see you guys all in the new year. Bye.